Larrick would like to get up early,
Okay.
and he's gonna head out, and he's gonna find like a charity shop or a vendor or something, whilst everyone else is sorting themselves out, and buy cloaks for everyone.
Okay, so you head out early. You notice that the streets are not necessarily much quieter than they were yesterday. It's a big city. There's stuff going on constantly. When you got in yesterday, it wasn't like packed. But because you're in the Eladrin kind of town within the Temple District, most of the people that you see are of Eladrin ilk. There are obviously other people roaming around as well. And one of the things that you do note is that people from basically anywhere and everywhere live here. It's massively kind of multiracial in this city. And despite what you might have concluded about the place and hearing about people like the Ghost Talon, it's clearly a place that welcomes really everyone. The main temple, which is more of a shrine in this area, is to Corellin, who is the traditional god of the Eladrin. The doors are open, and there is a sign basically saying, "Take or leave what you can."
What, in the temple?
Yeah, just inside the doors of the temple.
Right, I'm gonna head in.
Okay.
And see what's there.
Okay. So the temple itself is a well-kept building. Its architecture is traditionally elvish, with a little bit of that kind of fey flair that you saw when you were in Prismere. It's as clean as you have seen any building in Gloomwrought. There's something kind of dusty. The place feels quite damp. There kind of are elements of mud, but it's kind of murky and dark on all the streets. But this place has been kept as clean as they possibly can in those circumstances. It's just a large hallway with statues and various iconography relating to Corellin. There's a... Oh my.
Sorry, that's the door.
Was best
Great.
horror sound effects 2001.
I literally said there's a door and it was like...
Come in.
There's a door just inside on the right-hand side where there's a sign just outside that says "Take or leave what you can," and there's a door on the right-hand side which is open. It's just an open archway, and inside you just see shelves with various clothing on it.
Cool. I'm gonna have a root through the clothing and pick out outfits for everyone. Just like real plain outfits, big cloak hoods.
Okay.
And then
Roll me investigation.
But I'm not very good at that, Jen.
Oh, I don't care.
Panic, you might end up dressed like you were.
No.
Oh no, that's all right. That's a 19.
Okay, so you have a good route through and you manage to find outfits that, to your eye, should fit everybody quite well. What you're looking for cloaks, you're looking for kind of tunics to like cover up.
Yeah, so just like fucking brown, greys, dirty whites, just to cover up as much of us as possible.
Okay.
So like gloves, long sleeves, cloaks, hoods.
The clothes aren't, they're not necessarily shades of brown, grey, white, etc. There are all the shades within the colour spectrum. It's just that they take on a very muted
They're all muted.
tone. Yeah, almost as if they've become dusty without necessarily being dirty.
Can I, with a 19 as well, could I make sure that whatever I get for Baxter and Safsira is oversized so it will go over their armour?
Yep, that's fine. There are some quite battered and in some cases quite blood-stained leather armour sets, but they are basic. And they wouldn't necessarily be as good as anything else, but there are some basic armor sets.
No, I don't want armor.
Yeah, I know, but you
okay.
want to cover just in case you did want to pick something up. Yep, so you managed to find a couple of cloaks with kind of cowls attached to them. You find a couple of half capes and tunics. You unfortunately don't manage to find anything that would fit Panic well, but you do manage to find a smaller sort of tunic that will go over her, and a kind of belt that will cinch it in.
Okay.
But it doesn't have wing. It doesn't have wing slots.
I already got boring clothes on.
Yeah, but you're bright.
No, I'm all brown and white. That's it. I'll just get my
your
white.
skin.
Yeah, but we're
No,
not
my skin.
pallid.
Yeah. No, my skin. I was saying because
And
I got
your hair.
that. I got it from the dead fairy.
Yes,
It was
you
just
did.
like servant's
It was
clothes.
uniform, wasn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, good shout.
So let's get that.
I'll grab whatever I think we need for everyone.
Yep.
And then I'll leave. Is there like a donation pot or?
There's a wooden donation box with a slot in the top with a sturdy padlock.
Okay, I'll put 10 gold pieces in the donation box.
Okay. As you leave the doorway,
I'm also gonna leave just one of the ornamental pigs that I stole from Scabatha's bedroom on top of the donation box.
Okay.
Clearing out, are we?
Mm-hmm.
As you
Yeah, my
leave
bag's
the
pretty
room,
full.
you see a priest, dressed in robes, stood outside the door, watching you. Obviously, just checking.
I'm not stealing.
That you're doing the right thing. He says nothing. He just nods.
And then I'm gonna as I put the pig down, I'll be like, it's a good luck charm from a land far away.
He again nods at you and says, "Corellan's blessings to you," and walks towards the other end of the main hallway.
Oh, I don't know who that is. Have a good day.
He just carries on doing what he's doing.
Fucking rude. And then
Stanley,
I'll
you
head
shut up.
back. I'll head back to the tavern, and I'm gonna get breakfast for everyone on the way as well.
Okay, yeah, I mean, there are far more kind of food stalls than there are like clothing, like general shops.
Is there anything
there are-
weird?
There are a couple of vendors open now. Not particularly, no. I mean, there's quite an array of kind of food options that you noticed as you first walked through.
Is there like a
there-
local delicacy?
Not that you know of. It's a little bit like when you go to like anywhere that isn't home, and it advertises like, you know, local delicacy, blah blah blah, and it's like just something bog standard that you can get anywhere. It's that kind of thing, or traditional Eladrin, whatever, you know. It's that kind of thing, and you see these types of signs on all of the food shops and stalls as you've walked through Flamerot. As I said, it's kind of a melting pot of a city, so you can pretty much get
I'll,
whatever you want.
Yeah, I'll grab some food, and I'll head back as everyone's
Okay.
getting up.
Yeah, so there's a kind of a bread shop that has meats and things. Go on. That has like meats and things and breads and some butter and stuff like that you're able to pick up. They're obviously open early because it's a baker. You make your way back to the inn. I would say it's still quite early at this point. Is anybody else getting up early?
Blackie will.
Yeah, Vera will.
Panic would have woken up
Because she's only a light sleeper.
when Larrick put 10 gold in the thing.
What, when it starts?
In a cold sweat, she woke up.
It's had a nightmare. What? I mean, Larrick has definitely overpaid.
Yeah, she can feel it.
Yeah.
There's a disturbance in the coin.
Yeah. Been a ripple in the bank. So you're all awake. The bath is available to you. Larrick returns with some breakfast. On his way through, he sees the barkeep who, James, I should probably mention, has had his tongue cut out, so he can't speak. speaks his sign language.
But he was just bad at service,
he-
that's all.
He gestures to Larrick as he walks through at a table set with sausage and potato because your board has been paid for. Larrick walks through with a
I mean,
Larrick walks through with a bag full of bread and meats that he's picked up.
This is lunch.
this is traveling. This is
just
travel snacks.
just get that looks great. Thanks, mate. I was just went out to pick a picnic up for later.
He nods, gestures as if he frankly doesn't give a fuck, and goes back behind the bar and carries on getting on with his day. Barkeep's name is Calvin, by the way.
Kelvin, that was it. Kevin.
Lark, you making your way back up to the rooms?
Yeah, I head back upstairs.
Who's bunking
What's
with who?
everyone
We
doing?
never actually found out.
I think we'd started the natural split was boys and girls, but I mean, I don't give a shit what you guys do. What do you guys want to do?
Me and Baxter are spooning in the double bed.
You are
That
muted.
really
Muted.
goes fast into a bed. So she actually put no thought into who was sleeping where. She was just tired and face planted into a bed. So.
Because wasn't there was a room with like 3 beds or 4 beds, wasn't there? And then there was a room with a double bed.
And a double bed,
Yeah.
yeah.
There was not. Was there a room with a double bed?
Yeah, you said there was a room with
Yeah,
a double
I'm
bed.
sure you said
Oh, maybe
there
I
was.
did.
Can't take it back now. They're spooning.
That's it. That's the
Too late,
one.
it's too late now.
I'm gonna be-
Spooning.
Well, say which one had the bathtub in it? Well, the basin or whatever.
Then
it was.
they both
They
did.
both
They
did.
both.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because Pat's
You-
gonna wake up and dunk her head in the water, and that's it. And just...
Panic, actually. Roll me insight, please.
Okay.
So was that? I'm good at that.
I am very good at that.
I mean, your
7.
faces might not have been that today.
No.
No.
Hang on. 23.
23. You
Yeah.
actually now taking the time to look around the rooms and see what has been paid for. You are picking up on the fact that Zashik has paid for decent rooms in a decent inn. Whatever his intentions are, good or bad, he has made sure that you are all very comfortable. And having walked through Gloomrot and immediately seen the state of a lot of people living here, you've immediately seen that there's definitely a sense of class disparity. It's like being in real life. He could easily have taken you anywhere. He could easily have put you in any situation. But what he has done is put you in a very nice inn.
Yes, but he's
In
clearly
a
buttering
nice
us up.
area.
For a massive orgy. Realizing
And
that,
then something
He
dodgy.
loves a butter.
realizing that,
Not the butter in the
Panic's gonna. Is there a soap dispenser, like a soap hole, like soap tray where they put the soap or something?
It's like a fancy soap, is what Planet's asking.
Yeah,
for
fancy soap, or is there like just the tray where you put the soap after you start using it?
There's a
The
tray with soap in it. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm taking the
It's
tray.
not, you know.
I'm putting it in my pocket.
You're stealing all the towels and the bathroom.
No, I'm stealing the tray
What are you doing? with
and
soap?
and the sink, the plug for the bath.
What
Inconvenience.
do
Everyone's back. You can't steal the pug. Plug.
But I can steal a pug. Do you want to try me?
steal what I like.
I want to.
I'm gonna go out and steal a pug. Is that a thing I can do? No, just the tray for the soap holder. The whole soap holder, yeah. Is it like really fancy looking?
No.
Oh.
It's not like fancy. It's comfortable. It's a comfortable.
Well, yeah. So
inn.
is it like a fancy looking soap tray? That's what I'm asking.
No.
Ah.
No, it's just a wooden carved
I'm
wooden
gonna
dish.
get
Leave
one of
it.
the.
We'll steal something from the temple instead.
Is it fancy soap? Is
Is
it
it
nice
fancy
fancy soap that
No.
smells good?
It smells fine. It smells clean.
Shit.
I'm gonna
It
take a-
doesn't. It doesn't smell so strongly of lye that you think your skin's gonna melt off or anything like that. It's just.
I'm gonna wrap it up
Like-
in a pillowcase. The soap and the
Okay.
holder, and I'm just gonna wrap it up and make it look like it's a present.
And just how long were you in prison for?
You're not in our room. This is the girls' room.
Panic has taken some gloom root this morning.
Not yet. I do offer everyone
little
else in
butt.
the room. Do you two want some...
What drugs?
Yeah, do you want some drugs? I mean,
No.
spice.
You guys want any drugs?
Why not? I've
Like
heard it's like
7:30 in the
it's
morning.
It's like having a what's those fancy drinks called? Ye old Lucasade in the morning.
Yep.
Well, they're ignoring me. I'm just gonna leave my room. Knock on the other door.
Wait, what?
Black,
I slept too
you
much.
did not have a wash before you went to bed.
I did not have wash before I went to bed. I face planted straight into bed. I was tired.
Yeah. You smell real bad.
Yeah,
You
I'll bet.
smell real bad.
I'll bet. I'm going to dig out my travelling soap and wash as best I can with the little water that Panic has left me.
I just dunked my head in it.
Yeah, I'm going to wash because I smell.
Yeah,
And
I
you're
had a
tidy.
bath last night. Ha ha ha.
Well, Blackberry
Good
was
on you, I
exhausted
stole
because
the
she went to
soap.
bed.
No.
Blackberry has travel soap.
We're washing, we're dressing.
Yeah.
I'm
washing
knocking
with
on
my-
the boys' bedroom.
Okay.
What?
Open the fucking door.
It's open, dickhead.
I open it and go, now it fucking is.
As she walks through the door, I'm just gonna like hurl this dirty tunic at her.
Thanks. Will it won't even
Well,
go. Will it go
fucking-
on me? Because I've got my wings.
Not without a bit of alteration, no.
Oh, I've
You'll need to cut some slits in the back.
Just got some moles in the back. You'd be all right.
I'll try. I don't. It's been a while
But
since
maybe
I've changed
it'd be a good
clothes.
idea just whilst we're walking around and stuff. You don't have your wings out.
Oh yeah, let me just cut them off and put them in my pocket.
What?
No.
Genuine question. Do they not like fold down?
Nope.
Oh, are they just out? Or all right,
Yeah.
never mind then. Sorry.
Fold it
Don't
down.
think you
I
can
was-
ask a person
They're
if they
foldy
just
downy
out all the
wings.
time, Damien.
I mean, I just thought you were like hot bird or something. Sorry.
Yeah, like butterfly wings or no, moth wings. I'm thinking of where they fold down.
Yeah, where they fold. Do they not just like fold down so you can
They
have them on
fold
your back?
down a bit, but not like that.
I mean, I'm not going to stop you from having foldy downy wings if you would
Yeah,
like to
but
have foldy
it-
downy
my-
wings. We've
my
not had the
carrot-
conversation.
My character has butterfly style wings because it was one of the options on the list.
Ah. Basically, Damien,
on
they can be
D&D
like this
Beyond.
or they can be like this.
She went for
Maybe you're
those
wonderful.
because they have an aura of what is it again? Hang on, I will fucking find this because it's a thing.
Yeah, I'll get dressed. I'll pass back the clothes I picked up for him as well. Like, I got bigger clothes so you can wear your armor underneath. I don't think you're fat or anything, Baxter. All right.
Yeah, thanks.
Perhaps
Baxter-
was not mutually agreeable.
Baxter has got up. He's concentrating on his armor. I'm
Mhm.
going to use my final infusion. I'm just trying to sort that.
Okay.
But essentially, I'm going for an enhanced. Grants me +2 if wearing.
Nice.
Okay.
And then I'll get dressed, and then I'll go over to Blackberry and Sefsira and give them their clothes as well.
Okay, Blackberry
Okay.
will put on the clothes, but she's going to keep her cloak because the nature's mantle changes color to fit the environment it's in anyway.
Yep. So,
it will already be
you
a more subdued, grotty brown color.
you notice that nature's mantle has definitely become one with the Shadowfell at this point. And actually thinking about it, it's definitely taking on a kind of dark grey hue pretty much since you arrived from when you started walking through the forest when you first entered. Now that you're in the
I like
city, it's a slightly different shade, but the kind of embroidery on it is less pronounced, and it's definitely
And I'm a black and white rabbit. I'm going to look pretty grotty pretty quickly.
Oh no! I'm gonna take off my antler helmet because it won't fit
Okay.
underneath my hood.
Oh.
Does that mean I get to have it now?
Blackberry, Baby, could you put this in the bag, please?
Yeah, I will put it in the bag.
Thanks. And then I'm gonna, because I got gloves and stuff, I'm basically trying to cover up as much blue as possible. So like pants, shoes, everything. Gloves, long sleeve, big cloak. And then I'm gonna pull the hood up. And then to cover my face, I'm gonna put on Binky's mask.
God. Okay.
To the eyes of a goblin.
You psychopath.
But I'm just gonna have it underneath the hood, ready to pull down for when we leave the inn,
So,
Okay.
so no one can see my face.
you know, you were asking about my wings. They can't go down,
Yeah.
and also I think you've gotten used to it. But I've always had this kind of shimmering mist surrounding me. It's gonna be hard to get past that.
Shit.
Have you got like a big sheet you could just put over me?
Well, like a ghost.
Oh my god, yeah, I could be a ghost. What if I just go up to people and start giving their fortunes? Maybe they'll think I'm like some actual, like. Well, no, they don't like Fae here, so and I am one. That would just be weird. I'm pretending to
Is
be
it
myself.
what? There's just like fucking glitter around you.
Yeah, it's one of the appearance things that you pick as a fairy.
Shit.
But I never thought it would actually be a thing.
We ended up in the most awkward place for that one.
She's got what?
But does that
molten-
mean like even if you put all the clothes and shit on, there's still going to be this fucking glittery, shiny mist around you?
A glittering mist is constantly surrounding me.
The only way that you'd be able to do anything about that would be if you used something like minor illusion or disguise self, or
Has
or
anyone
if
got
you
an
had
idea?
like a disguise kit and you used that in some way to make it look like the mist was something else.
It's fine. We'll
I-
just tell people that you've
God.
come down with a disease.
I could just start smoking more.
I mean, worst comes to worst, if we really desperately need to hide you, I could turn you into an animal of some sort for an hour. Polymorph you.
Got a bit of a phobia about that,
Worst
but
comes to worst.
maybe. Could we just buy
We'll
some
just,
tobacco?
we'll just tell people you're sick, and then
Right.
it's a win-win either way. People will stay away from you.
Well, yeah. But then why are you hanging out with me?
Because we're
At this
immune.
current time, before anyone gets smart.
We're immune.
Oh, there
I
you
think
go.
any of you are smart, you're probably safer.
We'll figure something out. No one will ask. It'll be fine.
We hope.
I mean, is there any way you can turn down the glitteriness?
I don't know. I don't know how it's affecting. Like, I don't know how it I affect it. Also, I'm not getting rid of my flower. That
No,
glows
I'm still
bright
wearing my
blue.
flower.
No, the
Is it
other
your
one.
rose?
No, not the rose. The one that's behind my ear that I got from the
Oh, the druids.
I don't know what's it called.
No.
When we killed the mask maker, the fucking Fae replied and gave us a load of flowers saying thank you. So I took one of the flowers.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah,
quite
they
dry.
did.
now.
Oh yeah, but it's still. You said it still glows blue. I'll gently put it in my coat pocket, like very gently.
Oh wait,
Wait,
Larry's gonna pull out his disguise kit
You have a disguise kit.
that I've had since level 1.
Do you know, Damien? I knew you had a disguise kit because I'm pretty sure, didn't you have one as part of your background?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
so
Yeah.
I've got a mess kit as well. I could have been cooking this whole time.
I've got navigator sleeves if that helped.
I'm gonna pull out my disguise kit, and then I'm gonna try and do some disguisey shit
Can we have a pint
from
while
the
we do
carnival.
this?
Yeah, they've
Yeah.
got sausages and potatoes and shit downstairs, and I picked up lunch,
Fuck yeah.
so we can have a nice picnic later.
Let's go. Coffee.
Yeah, we'll
pints.
head downstairs.
You can do my makeup.
Okay. So
your
your
makeup,
whose
braid your
makeup
hair.
Are you doing?
Yeah.
Everyone's or just Panic's?
Anyone that wants to. If
Oh,
I'm not.
dirty up the white fur a little bit. I don't think the black's going to be too noticeable because it's black, but the whiteness needs dirtying a bit.
The Shadowfell boutique is open for business.
What happened to your voice? I don't like change.
No, I don't know. I can't hear myself, so I've got both ears.
You went fucking full on Cockney.
I know.
Okay.
Oi, oi.
God, blimey,
Anyone
Governor.
that
Well,
you
I'll
are,
do fucking makeup, love.
anyone that you are disguising, Damien. I'm gonna say that you can pretty well kind of make everyone look a bit less vibrant. But if you're wanting to do anything more elaborate, then I'll need you to make a roll to see how successful that is.
Well, everyone else, I'll grind them up a bit.
Yeah.
But I want to try and, because you said that the only way to get rid of the glittery shit. So, try and do something to hide Panic's glitter mist.
So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna make her look ill? Are you gonna make her?
It's not overly bright
what's-
from what I'm gathering from reading it. It's just a mist.
I would imagine it's kind of shimmery
Yeah.
rather
Say it's
than
like it's like obviously like
in your face.
in everyone's face. Yeah.
Yeah. What's the point?
I don't know.
Grey me up and just see if that does anything.
Right.
Okay.
Might change the colour of the
You're gonna
mist.
grey her up.
You can't do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Really. This is wrong. Shouldn't do grey face.
No,
So,
I'm not gonna do the whole face.
You
Just
kind
bits.
of you kind of create an effect as if the pallor is taking hold on everybody. With Panic, when your skin kind of becomes less sort of peachy human color and more I might have been dead for a little while color, the mist around you does start to kind of change, so it becomes less pronounced and it becomes kind of more in keeping with your current skin tone, as it were. Almost as if its color is a reflection of you. So if you're wearing bright colors, for example, the mist would probably take on a bit of that.
I'm gonna, because it says in the disguise
Just
kit.
through reflection rather than actually being the color of the mist, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It says in the disguise kit that I've got cosmetics, hair dye, and small props. So I'm gonna attach some small props to Panic
No.
to make him look like no. I don't know, just like bits and bobs to make her look a bit more magic-y, to try and play off this mist around her as some kind of magical
Right.
effect on her.
So what, like a wand with a star on the end or something?
Can we not?
But no, come on! I've waited so long to use this.
Then you should have used it more.
I mean, I didn't know I had it until this morning. But
There you go. I'm not your plaything.
you literally fucking ride me around like some chair with legs all day. Let me have this.
That's nothing to do with playthings.
Chairs have legs. I realised that what I said.
Bit. I mean, apparently everyone thinks I'm the stupid one. What the fuck?
I will say
Honest Baxter, I'm the smartest one in the pod.
To your limited kind of knowledge of Gloomrot so far, everybody looks more in keeping. The clothing does quite a lot to help, and then the makeup kind of does a bit to finish you all off. Anything else that you want to do?
Yeah, I'm going to put some branches and stuff in Panic's hair just so she looks fucking mental and sick.
Okay.
I don't
We can
need
play it
that
off.
though, do I? Really? In
So
all
everyone says it
honesty,
would be like, yeah, oh, she's fucking sick. Don't go close, she bites.
can I like the branches
Okay.
and shit? Can I make it into natural little headbands? So I've got like little mini antler versions of what you had.
You know, like the goblin hair from Baldur's Gate? Like that.
Right.
You're not dressing me up like a goblin.
No, not like a goblin.
That's
no.
rude. That's
If
ever
you
so
want
slightly
to-
rude.
If you want to make it into like a headdress or something, yeah, just roll like
don't.
dexterity to Just roll a dex check.
Okay.
Me or Panic?
Panic.
15.
Yeah, I mean it's passable. It's not like amazing, but I don't think the effect was for it to be like, you know, some masterpiece anyway. So
Put it on. There you go. I've put my hair around it. Like, oh wow. See?
Derek's just eating a sausage. Like, I could have done better. You just got to trust me.
Are
you all heading out?
To make the leaves go out a bit.
Yeah. All heading out.
Yeah, we should
Right,
probably
so
go and
for the
actually
first-
do something.
For the first
shouldn't we?
time this session, I'm now actually going to go to what I've written for this session. So we got there eventually.
You gave us shopping and then a makeup section. Also, as we're leaving the pub, I hand Baxter a bag, which is clearly a pillowcase wrapped in whatever Panic found in the bedroom, and say, "This is for you because you seemed a bit quiet yesterday."
Oh, God,
I
you're
said, like,
offensive.
all right. Thanks, I guess.
Don't open it now
No,
because I
looking-
get really emotional when people open
Oh,
my
I'm
presents.
joking.
Wait until I've gone back on Larrick's shoulder.
Baxter immediately opens it up.
So you find inside a crudely carved soap tray. In opening this in front of her, Panic swiftly dies. You also find like the equivalent of a Pillowmint,
A pillow.
which is a Pillowmint, which has
I
got like
forgot to take that out. I'll have that back.
a couple of hairs attached to it.
Oh.
Sorry, I didn't realise it was on the pillow.
I'm like, oh, thanks.
You're welcome. And I go back on Larrick's shoulder.
Are we going to the Erie first then? Is this the plan? Look, I never thought I'd say this sentence, but I think we should keep our heads down. Try not to get in trouble.
I'm completely behind
I
that
think that
one.
would be best.
Wouldn't dream of
He
it.
shudders slightly whilst he says it.
So as you exit the Abyss Chalice, you're once again reminded that the Eyrie is actually really quite a short walk from where you are. James, for your benefit, the Raven's Eyrie is the most imposing building within Gloomwrought, as far as you can tell from your position anyway. Gloomwrought is huge, so you know inevitably there'll be other things that catch your eye, but here certainly it is the dominating presence. It's a huge tower which is constructed of dark stone. It rises up a few hundred feet into the air. It has 3 towers carved into the shape of women, and it appears to be kind of held up by humans, essentially, almost as if the 3 towers are kind of standing on their backs.
Okay.
By this point in the day, you start to see more people than you had before, although most of them kind of trudge along in the same melancholy that you saw yesterday. Others, on the other hand, kind of hurry along as if they're being chased and look very paranoid with their eyes kind of darting side to side. Despite the fact that you have grimed up good, as it were, you still stand out for being kind of what you are to a degree, although with your hoods up that helps a little bit. But if anyone gets too close, they can't help but notice that some of you have lupine features. Lupine?
Yes. I think
Yes.
so. Lupin.
Lupine.
Yes.
Is it the tree
No,
branches?
lupine.
Pine.
Lupine is rabbits. You know when you say something, then you're immediately like, that's wrong, but then you're like, no, it's right. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Rabbity features. And Panic, your wings are still wings, unmistakably fairy wings.
I've painted them up.
There will still be a
fucking
degree of wariness by anybody who takes a long enough look at you. As you exit the inn, obviously the Eyrie is to the northeast of you on the map. The Eyrie on your map is labelled T1, I believe. Yep. Yeah, so the area is labelled T1. So that is what is closest to you. Further to the northeast, however, you also see rising above the other buildings a high rectangular wall made from polished black marble with wrought iron carving all along the top. And just skimming over the top of the wall are many roof lines, each with a decorative but lethal iron cresting running the top of them. They act as kind of a palisade. It resembles kind of its own citadel, so it's a few blocks over, but this is again another one of the taller buildings that you can see. Further beyond to the east is a massive building. This one's considerable distance away, but you can see it. It's unmistakably a palace, has lots of spires, domes. It's all carved from similar dark stone, which you ascertain is probably the palace of Prince Roland. The area, however, is taller than either of these buildings. Although as you approach, you don't notice a huge number of people making their way towards it. Along the way, you see something that, even in this strange place, catches your eye. There's a hooded and dusty figure standing with their hood up in the street. They're in front of a pretty wretched-looking building. It looks like it's collapsing. It's cracked, the roof's caved in, half the walls have disappeared. It's a ruin, essentially. All that protrude from the ends of their sleeves are clawed fingertips, which again look skeletal. Their hands are rising up and down as if they're kind of tracing the lines of the walls, although not actually touching it. As you approach, you can see beneath the hood there's a pair of weakly glowing eyes bulging from grey features that also are very gaunt and skeletal. And they don't really seem to have a real shape. They're kind of amorphous. You can't quite grasp exactly what it is that they're supposed to look like as you manage to catch a glimpse underneath the hood. As you approach and get closer, you see that the building appears to be gradually sinking further down into the street, collapsing down, and kind of crumbling more and more before your eyes. The people surrounding this figure give it a wide berth, and no one makes a move to talk to them, or really even to acknowledge what they're doing.
Can I...
Go talk to me.
Yeah, I'm going to pretend to trip into it. No.
I want to steal one of its arms.
When we left the inn, I pulled my hood up and I pulled the goblin mask over my face.
Yeah.
I'm going to just approach a random person.
Yeah.
Just whoever is closest to me at the point when we notice this, and just sort of tap them on the shoulder.
Okay, so the nearest person is a Shadowborn dwarf. She's walking along, plain clothing, carrying a basket.
I'm going to run up behind her, just tap her on the shoulder.
Scare the shit out of her.
But,
She jumps
this twisted goblin mask on me.
and goes to back away from you, but bumps into other people walking along the street.
No. Sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. It's a mask, see, and I'll just tap it.
What do you want?
Or just what is that? And I'll point at the thing in the building. Like, what's going on there?
She responds to you, but she does so with that kind of crab walk of someone who desperately doesn't want to speak to you and needs to get the hell out of the situation. That's a keeper. Leave him alone.
Right, well, what's he doing? What's it doing?
He's looking after the city, same as all of them. Don't annoy them. Don't talk to them. Just let them get on with it.
I hate those rules.
Right. What happens if you do talk to them?
Well, they don't talk to you, but we don't really know who or what they are, so just leave them alone. And leave me alone. And she turns around and carries on, walking off.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
She just holds hands up over her shoulder, like acknowledging you, but makes no need to continue talking to you.
I'm gonna look at the rest of the party, just be like, right, but everybody wants to go and talk to this thing now, right? Or is that
Oh,
just
no.
me?
No, I wanted to earlier when I first saw it. I
Let's
just
not.
didn't want to be fair.
Let-
Hands up, right? Vote.
we-
Hands up.
The
Who wants to
democracy
go talk?
library.
Yeah, who wants to go talk to it? Hands up. I'm gonna say Zafsira's doing it as well. I just can't tell.
Sure.
Probably not paying attention, so we're gonna say that's a
Sarah,
swing vote.
You want to go and talk to it?
That's a
No,
swing
no.
vote. That's a swing vote. We can't
No,
see
no.
it. She's wandered off.
No, all right, well, all right. It's
Hands
did
up.
a
Who
vote,
doesn't
we
think we
lost.
should talk to it right now?
We're keeping our heads down.
And
We're
up.
keeping our
We're
heads
not
down.
talking to it right now.
Okay,
Not
three
right
against two.
now.
fine.
No,
So
we're not talking to it.
right now, but soon and someday. That's what we all agreed on. Right, let's go.
As you continue by,
Someday
you see
in the
that
future.
it essentially crumbles the building down into dust. It holds up both hands at this point and makes a motion as if bringing two things together, and the buildings on either side appear to kind of squash slightly closer.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
It puts its hands down and without a word just shuffles off.
What if we follow it and see where it goes?
No.
No.
Let's head to
Fucking
where-
hell.
Let's just go where we were going, and we keep going off after things and getting ourselves into trouble. Can we just not
It's not
get
trouble,
ourselves
though.
into trouble for like one day?
You can
Just
learn how to
one
do
day.
that.
Fine.
Get ourselves into trouble.
What if we just get a job doing
No,
that
you
forever?
said
I mean, I'll be
yourself.
happy with that.
That we must keep our heads down.
Yeah.
Keep our
Alright.
heads
You
down
said
any
it
further,
first.
we'll walk into someone.
Pointing my finger at you.
All right, fucking. Let's go, Mum 1 and Mum 2.
It's
Yeah.
walking
I
kind
feel
of in the
like
direction. She's wise.
She's not fucked up.
That really awkward moment we're walking in the same direction, is it?
It's walking off in the direction that you are also walking at, slightly ahead of you. You notice as you kind of
what a
walk
win.
almost parallel to it that it stops every now and then and peers into windows as if it's trying to see what's going on inside. Can anybody who wants to roll me a perception check?
Absolutely.
What if it was
Absolutely.
insight?
It's the most interesting thing we've seen since we got here.
But what if
Fuck
it
old
was
buff man dog dick.
What if it was sleight of hand?
What if it was?
Ah, 14.
14.
Did you say 4, Ellie?
14. I've got plus
Alright,
7. That'd be
14,
really
14,
depressing.
24,
26.
24.
26. Saf-Zero?
Sorry. Didn't get my dice out, so I'm still.
Fucking 25 and 26 over here. Wisdom-based characters for the win.
19.
19. Okay. Anybody less than an 18? You are noticing that there are lots of buildings that are quite similar to this one dotted around. The buildings are all in a state of, well, they're in different states of repair, but there are quite a few dotted around that are in kind of varying degrees of disrepair. Some of
Do
them
they
appear
do-
to still be occupied, and some of them appear to be abandoned. The two of you that got over 18, three of you that got over 18, sorry, you noticed that the keeper appears to be paying attention to those homes that look in a state of disrepair.
He's just a fucking gnarly bailiff, isn't he? The buildings that are in disrepair,
Mhm.
is it disrepair or do they look like they've been like destroyed?
Disrepair.
So they just, yeah, okay, cool. It's just a time thing. All right. Cool.
As you approach the Eyrie, the three figures making up the three spires come into more detail. It's really not far from where you are. It literally takes like 10 to 15 minutes to walk there. So one of the figures you had seen was weaving, but as you get closer and you look up to this towering structure, you see that they wear almost a knowing smile. And the threads of her weaving appear carved from obsidian, and at different points they look like they're glinting, and at different times they appear kind of more transparent, as if they're not quite there. The second figure shows the tower with the woman who was kind of wearing furs and looked really wintry. You notice that there's kind of etchings of frost on her cheeks as if she's been frozen, and that her tears are icicles on her face. The central spire shows the feather-cowled figure holding a boline, which is like a curved blade that you'd usually use for reaping like herbs and plants. Around that central spire is a flock of ravens swirling near the top, just constantly spiraling. The climb up to the door of the eyrie reaches into the central spire, the one with the cowled figure. The steps up. Yeah.
Just before we get to the eyrie, I want to go over to Baxter as we're walking. And just fucking chin it. No, I want to go over to Baxter and just sort of sidle up next to him, and I'll pull like the mask up for a minute.
I could just
steal his soap dish.
You can have it.
And then, yeah, just sort of like give him a light shoulder check. And mate, are you doing all right? Since the thing on the road, you don't seem yourself.
I mean, I don't think we're made for this place.
I know, but I don't think we should lose ourselves to this place either, Baxter.
He kind of like remembers the noose around his neck, and is like, quite frankly, I think this place will take us if it wants to.
Stop. I know we haven't always seen eye to eye, mate, but if you ever need to talk, just give me a shout, all right?
Thanks. I'm gonna pass him the soap dish and be like, "Oh, this is something I picked up. Thought you might like it."
Well, I mean, I was going to steal it later, but I'll take it now. Yeah, cool.
I'm fucking sat right here. I just wasn't listening. Get fucked, Baxter.
Why are you listening? I literally look at you and I'm like, "Why are you listening to our conversation?"
I wasn't listening, but I can see a fucking soap dish going across to someone else there.
Well, you're clearly watching us then.
I'm sat on his fucking shoulder, Baxter.
And you're listening.
Well, fuck me.
As Larrick takes the soap dish from you, it like jostles Panic's legs. And she sat on his shoulder.
I was just facing forward going, you fucking kidding me?
As we carry on walking, about a minute later, as we like hit the steps up to the eyrie, I'm just gonna get the soap dish and just go, I got you a gift, mate. No?
So on the note of the steps,
You break my heart.
it's a 200-foot climb.
Fucking what?
There are
I put my hand on Larry's
330
shoulder and I'm like,
steps
put my
in a
hand on Larry's
200-foot
shoulder
climb.
and I'm
I
like,
don't know
"Actually,
why it
well,
was important to me.
I don't think I'm okay.
I don't think actually I'm not
Actually, you know what we were just talking about? I don't think I'm okay.
I don't know why it was important to me that I knew how many steps, but there are 330 steps usually in 200 foot. So yeah, there's a fucking long climb.
Oh, guys, pace yourselves,
can see
guys.
ahead
Pace
of you.
yourselves.
You can see ahead of you people
I can
struggling
do this in 12 seconds.
to climb up
I'm
to the
already,
door,
I'm already
With
holding on just in
some-
case.
giving up and sitting down, some turning back. No help is offered to anyone going up the steps. And you do see people who are clearly members of the clergy here. You see some people who are dressed in black robes, and you see some that are dressed in black leather, mostly armor. There are a couple that wear metal, mostly black leather armor. between both of these sets of people, some of them are wearing half capes made of black feathers, and some of the armored people also wear helmets that kind of sharply terminate as if they're kind of spiked with feathers, and some of them also have actual large black feathers kind of sticking out the top.
We just got to fucking Mordor. I'm scared.
All of these people wearing the black, which clearly are members of the clergy, they climb the stairs with ease as if they've been doing it their whole lives. And many of them are not even out of breath. Some of them, it's apparent that this is through the strength of their training, and others appear almost as if they're being carried on the gloom up the stairs.
I'm gonna help someone. Like, if someone's like, if they're just having a rest, then I'll leave them. But if someone's like clearly struggling and looking like they're about to fucking double over, I'm gonna help them.
Okay. You see an elderly shadowborn human who is clearly huffing and puffing their way up the stairs. What do you do?
I'm gonna go up and I'll pull the mask up so I don't scare the shit out of them.
Uh-huh.
But I'll go like, do you want a hand?
No. Let me go.
I mean, where? The afterlife? Because you're fucking huffing and puffing some.
If that's my fate, then she'll see me.
Well, I don't... Is there still quite a lot of steps at this point?
Well, I don't think
Yeah.
we even started, did we?
Look, I don't think... Just let me help.
No. If you help, she won't see me.
Oh, is this like a trial thing?
It's a test.
Right.
If my heart should give out on the way, then that is my fate.
What if I could what if I didn't help you physically, but I gave you something that'd give you a bit more energy and you could definitely get to the top?
No.
Nothing?
Just leave me be.
We've got a lovely little bag of... Alright.
No, you fucking don't. They're mine.
What's your passive perception?
Yeah,
You gave
right.
them to me.
My passive perception is 17. I fucking stole it.
As you turn away from this person, Larrick, you can see ahead of you that a couple of armoured figures, who you gather are some kind of guard, have stopped and they're watching you.
They say anything, or...
They don't say anything, they are just watching you.
I'm going to hop
They've
off
stopped their
Larrick's
ascent.
shoulders and
Maybe
just
we're
start walking
not
up.
supposed... Maybe we're not supposed to help. Right, okay.
Let's just keep going.
Okay, as you back
All right.
away from this person who's continuing to struggle up the stairs, they continue watching you for a moment and then slowly turn and carry on.
Can I very slightly just drop my water skin on a step
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I've done.
in where like they're gonna walk this person?
Yep.
That's a 17. No,
Yep.
no, it's not because I'm looking at the wrong thing. That's a 21.
Okay. I mean, either way,
I
you
just
managed to
jumped
drop
my
your water
constitution.
skin, making it look, for all the world, as if A, it hasn't come from you, and B, it's just accidentally dropped on the steps in the path of this person. You manage to slyly look back to see if they pick it up. They do. They take a sip and then they put it back down exactly where they found it and carry on.
Could've been anything,
I just
yeah.
sort of nod to myself. I was wine in it.
That's what I thought, actually.
There's been no water in that for about a year.
Year-old wine. Corked.
It's the wine when we saved. It's the wine from where we saved what's her face in the
Yeah,
the
that's
prison in the
corked.
tower.
That's fucked now.
Yeah, Light Express smells really bad.
Yeah.
That's why I only had one sip.
Vinegary, that's what I'm looking for.
Who put some water skin full of vinegar on the step?
I'm just trying to be helpful.
The fumes not
Then,
become
yeah, I'll then I'll carry on.
Okay.
Like I could. This is yeah.
This is a
I'd say Larry's pissing this.
this is a steep climb, but you're all quite fit and healthy. So it's not particularly strenuous for you. It takes a good kind of 10-15 minutes to do it. And yeah, you see a lot of people who have given up and started to turn back. You see people sitting, trying to muster the strength to get to the top. Some of these people are very fervent. Some of these people are very desperate. Some of these people are very, I guess, indifferent, apathetic. There's just a whole range of people. It's not busy, though. It's not like a busy place, considering it's a massive building.
It's like the regrets you get walking halfway up Jacob's ladder, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly like that.
You know what? Walking up Jacob's ladder is not the hard. Walking up Jacob's ladder is not the hard part. It's walking back down it after a few beers.
Yeah.
Run down.
You always go the more way round. After you've had a few pints, you go back the more way because it's much safer.
I have seen tourists walk up to the top and then take some photos and then come straight back down. But because the walk up has been so difficult, they've been struggling with their knees giving out on the way back down.
And you sit
Like,
there laughing like
I
any
do,
good,
yeah, 'cause I'm an
any
asshole.
good person from Cornwall.
I'm local
Like
and I
any Cornish person should.
You could hurt yourself.
So as you reach the top of the stairs, you see that there is a large set of arch doors. And on either side of these doors, which stand open, there are Shadowfell guards. They are armed, although their weapons are not drawn.
They look
like
similar
you
to
all-
what we thought.
What?
Do they look similar to like the Shadowfell we fought, or?
Roll history for me.
6.
Not sure. Black leather armor.
Clash.
I reckon that's her. Get her.
They nod
Could you imagine?
to you all in acknowledgement, but they say nothing.
I nod back.
I can't believe we're going to go and see her after one of her things tried to kill us.
Listen, before we
Sarah,
before
can you
we
roll
go
insight?
Yes, I can.
Sorry.
listen, guys, before we go in, like, what the fuck are we doing?
20.
I'm assuming we've stepped aside to have this conversation.
No, like right in the
Yeah.
doorway. Guys, I've left
Right
the
in the
keys at the
doorway,
bottom of the
right
stairs.
Give us a nod.
Yeah, trying to be like out of earshot of the guards and stuff. Maybe on like the last few stairs.
maybe looking back down at where we've just come.
So, Sarah, you note that the way that they're looking at you all is very much paying attention to your clothing, contrasting with your fur and skin, which, although you've obviously all been kind of powdered up, is still brighter than others. And obviously one of the main giveaways is the fact that you are all Fey origin creatures.
Hey guys, let's make a bunch of rabbits for the new campaign. That'd be a really
Well-
good idea.
I mean,
You lot must feel really stupid making that.
yeah,
Shut up, Wings.
all those years ago.
But listen, like, genuine, what we're going in here, but what the fuck? Like, what are we even looking for? Like, what are we asking? Who are we talking to?
There was that priestess we talked to at the fair, wasn't there? Who said that she thought we might have been brought here at the behest of the Raven Queen.
We
And
just.
But I don't think we can just walk in and be like,
but
"Oi,
like
feather bitch."
but we're better to start trying to find answers than among the priests of the Raven Queen.
Maybe if we go
Alright,
in.
and
And,
what's that?
Just a thought. We're not going to get any answers anywhere else. We're unlikely to get any answers anywhere else. We might as well at least try somewhere associated with the person they think brought us here or wanted to see.
What
Yeah.
are we trying to get answers?
What
Why are we-
if we go in and what?
And we die.
What you say, Nelly?
Oh, yeah. We just go in, and obviously they must have like areas for praying, I guess. So what we all just go in, and those who want to can put their heads down and see if she gives us a sign or something. I mean, I found like one of the shrines back in the the wheelbarrow back in the other town.
That place.
Yeah, I gave a little offering as well, because I knew we were gonna at some point have to come meet her. Not meet her. Not like Saint Nick.
Yeah, did any of the visions that Larrick had? So this is DM question. Was it all about the carnival, or was there anything of like the Raven Queen?
It was all the carnival.
It was all the carnival.
Mhm.
Okay. Look, and my second one was in the highly unlikely event that shit goes wrong whilst we're in there.
We don't know each other. Yep, agreed.
Glance over at the very heavily armed guards. What's that plan?
We don't know each other.
Don't die.
Run back down the stairs.
Oh, fuck that.
You can fly.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Anywhere.
Let me
You can literally fly.
let me preference this.
You
Fuck
can
that.
fly. You
Fuck
choose
that.
to sit on his
Wait.
shoulder.
Hang on. I've been off his shoulder for the whole walk up here. I showed my dedication. Anyway, might get a chat with her now. Anyway, I said fuck that. You guys fucking run down. Wait until I'm out so I can watch.
Is that was it?
Yeah, that's
Thanks.
it. Yeah.
Thanks for the fucking delightful insight, Panic.
You're welcome. What?
We just leg it.
Yeah, right down the
Right.
stairs. You wait. I'll be outside with popcorn.
But it's not going to go
Right.
wrong.
I want to see how many
Alright,
steps
let's
you
do-
fly across before you hit it again, Baxter.
I mean, I can literally run up walls.
You'll be fine. I'm not Baxter.
I'll turn into a bird.
Does anyone? All right, we'll put bets down. Right, Blackberry, you're gonna turn into a bird. Now you're gonna run down the side of the steps.
I'll just run.
All right, so it's Sasira and Baxter then, really, because I can fly and I'm, So you two running out. Who do you think's gonna survive? Any takers for Sasira? Gold. There's a
We
gold
really
piece.
betted on this.
No, Baxter.
I hate to say it, but I think Baxter will win because he can do the bunny hops.
All right, you got a gold on Baxter.
I can
I think Sasira, because the armor should be like turn into a ball and roll down.
Does
Oh,
Astro
yeah,
not
so
still have the
just-
boots of spider climb?
Yeah, Sasira's also got the
Yeah,
boots of
but-
spider
But
Climb.
Panic doesn't remember that. and no one's going to bring that up.
Neither does
I just
Blackberry.
got left out of the conversation. Sorry.
I got 10 gold on Sub-Zero.
I've
Spirit
got.
Shroud.
So we've got
I've
the 10
got
gold.
Misty Step as well.
Just in the
I can
corner
teleport
listing
my
off how
mum
you're going to survive. this is you selling yourself at a boxing match.
Yep,
This
I'm
is
gonna win,
nice.
you guys. You should totally bet on me.
You turn back towards the doors. Blackberry, can you roll me a perception check, please?
Ooh, natural 20 for 28.
Oh, thank you. For 28,
Yeah.
you notice the guards. One of the guards passing a note to another guard who has just finished making the ascent and walking through the door. Just literally a
Hmm.
Call me. Hot stuff.
you heading in?
Yep.
I feel like we should.
Do you want to be my boyfriend? Tick yes or no.
Do you like me?
It's actually just a packet of love hearts.
Before things go too far, I need to get Madame sorted.
I was just about to say, do you want to take 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Yes, that'd
Yeah.
be perfect.
I need
Yep.
a drink.
She's
I need
just
gin and
woken up
tonic.
and started looking at me. As if to say hello.
Yes. So no one claimed who they're betting for. I've got 2 for Sasira.
But 10 gold on Safsira.
10 gold. Gold.
How much gold on Sasura?
10.
10?
There's only 2 to 1.
I'm rich.
He's like flinging it about, isn't he?
I better hold on to it then.
Yeah.
Look, it pays to be a thief. What do you want?
Yeah, I better hold on to the money then.
Yeah, no kidding.
Go.
I do not give you any money.
Why?
Okay, so you head inside the temple.
Yeah, that.
Inside, heading through these central doors, you see that it's similar inside. It's smooth black marble and obsidian. It veers off to the left and the right, and the hallway directly in front of you continues straight on towards the back, where there's a large open doorway above which is carved iconography of the Raven Queen. There are doors lining the hall on either side, but the first doors on either side as you go in are these bigger open archways. The whole place is lit with a cold glow from sconces along the walls, and this light appears to leach the colour out of passers-by. So you'll see people with the pallor walking by, and they appear to be leached to a point where their features are almost nondescript, kind of like when my forehead is right in the webcam and I look like I have no nose. Most of the clergy inside wear their cowls up, so their faces are obscured, and again you see more of these people who are wearing this black armor, and more of these people who are wearing these long black robes. Some of the priests that you see inside are carrying ravens on their arms, and these bear scrolls on their legs. The central door at the back leads into what looks like a kind of hall of worship. You see that the space opens out into a quite high expanse with rows of seats. You also see that there are areas where people are kneeling. But this is a huge building, so you're kind of looking off into the distance, almost, as you do this.
Is there like a priest type person nearby?
Few?
Can I approach one?
Okay. Do you approach a priest? Passing by, they have a raven on their arm. Their cowl is up as you approach them.
What's your name? No, I don't. I'm sorry.
You do say, hi, what's your name again? Regardless, where are you from?
Excuse me.
Yes.
We've never been here before, and just do you do like, I don't know, guided tours, or I mean, what's the crack?
What's your purpose here?
We don't know. That's the problem. But we kind of like. Is there like a direct route? Is there? Can we chuck a few coppers somewhere and like speak to the big cheese? Is that a thing, or?
The Hall of Sorrow to the rear of the building is where you may commune with the Raven Queen.
Yeah, but is it? You say commune. Is it like you just sit there and say stuff and get a good feeling, or like do you actually commune?
It depends on your connection with her.
Right. So if
Have
somebody
you given
wanted
her a reason to speak to you, have you proven your worth to her? Perhaps you are a fated one. She may speak to you of her own accord.
what's a fated one?
She sighs. The raven on her arm, she kind of flicks her fingers and it flies off and heads through a doorway further down the hallway. A fated one is a person who is somehow inextricably tied to the Shadowfell. Such is the case, then the Raven Queen will choose to commune with that person when the time is right.
Well, it's just hypothetically speaking, if you like found something, ended up here, and you didn't really want to be here, but everyone keeps saying you're meant to be here, and would that's sort of along the lines of like a fated one.
Just be coincidence, of course. But you can't force her hand. If she wants to
Underneath
talk to
his
you, then
breath,
she
he
will
just-
talk to you.
Underneath his breath, he's like, it's a pretty big fucking coincidence.
If she wishes to speak to you, she will in her own time. However, you can try and gain her attention by going into the hall. You can join the Ebony Guard if you are skilled enough or dedicated enough.
The who? Sorry, the Ebony Guard.
The Ebony Guard.
Who are they?
Well, they're the military section of the Raven Queen. We
Right.
well, the ones who weren't smart enough to be priests.
Oh snap!
Oh, I mean, yeah, fucking.
Vicious, violent group.
Right, and they just guard the temple.
They guard the temple. They guard us, even when we don't wish to be. They guard the Sorrowmere. And some of
The
them,
what?
the Sorrowmere, it's the place of ultimate commune with the Raven Queen. There's absolutely no way that newbies like you who know nothing about the Raven Queen will ever get there, so don't even ask. And they also have quite an interest in driving out other deities, in killing people who appreciate other gods. Well, some of them anyway. Fanatics.
So just say we weren't smart enough to be a priest.
Mm-hmm.
How would one go about joining the Ebony Guard?
Well, you'd need to go and apply,
Right.
and I believe there are a series of tests, probably something to prove your barbarism, your brutality, whatever.
I mean, you don't sound like a fan, considering they're keeping you safe.
I don't believe that they uphold the original tenets of the Raven Queen. And I believe that their aggression towards other people and their beliefs is only serving to ostracize people from her and actually weaken her following, not strengthen it.
Right. So she's not all that bad, is what you're saying?
The Raven Queen is neither good or bad. She is death and she is fate.
I heard that somewhere. Or I dreamt it. I don't know. Or
As she says that to you, Lyric, she kind of leans forward, pulls back her cowl. You see that this is a half orc that has been talking to you. She looks you really square in the eye for a
I've
moment.
still got the mask on.
I presume the mask isn't covering your eyes.
eye holes.
It's covering my whole face, isn't it?
Got eye holes.
It's got
Oh,
eye
yeah.
holes.
Alright.
Has it not got eye holes? Did you not drill
I
holes
don't
into
know what
Binky's
you've been
eyes?
doing.
I'm a monk, I don't need eyes.
She looks you square in the eyes through the mask. She won't like you. Cheater of death.
Oh,
Sorry, what?
You have
Oh.
recently escaped the clutches of fate, have you not?
I might have had a slight skirmish with the other side.
Hmm.
No.
Well, one can only hope that that was your true fate.
What, to come back, or? How do you know?
Priestess of the Raven Queen. You'd fit well into the Ebony Guard.
And we put a sign on your back, Larry. Sorry.
Dumbass.
How many times I've died? Once.
Tally.
Oh, I'm sure it was his fate.
To die, probably.
I mean, I kind of died through my own doing, so.
I just give Larica a look like, I'm trying to back you up here.
You'll see.
I don't think there's any point in fluffing shit up in here. If we wanted to try and commune, is there something we have to do, say? No?
Sorry, I wasn't sure if you were like, say, like, and then we're going to make a suggestion.
No.
Do you mean do or say? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. She looks at the rest of the group, obviously thinking for a moment, nods to herself. Speak to Derek. She's
Derek.
usually in the archives. Derek. With a T. She's usually in the archives. She's relatively high up in the clergy. She's able to give recommendations for people to visit the Soromir.
Right.
Not within my realm.
But you said we could just go into the hall, right? Try and commune?
You can go into the hall and try and commune.
I mean, what's
Derek's usually
the...
found in the archives, which is that way,
Thanks.
beneath the Weaver.
Well, thank you. Could go away.
Fate always finds you.
That's
She looks
not
at you again,
ominous at
Larry.
all.
And you, I guess. Cheers.
Just
Gonna walk off, just gonna live long and prosper.
Oh, you saw that play as well?
I did.
It's a great play.
it's a long-standing one.
It goes on
Spell
a
track.
bit too long. I didn't like the rewrites.
Yeah, they just keep bringing it back with different people.
Larry's a big fan of spell trackers.
Long-standing Trekkie. Should we go to the archive first?
Well, I was going to say, why don't
We
we...
could try our luck.
You could try our luck, try and commune, because then we don't have to go talk to Derek, and then we
I
can
mean,
just...
we're gonna.
Well, most likely, yeah, but because I don't think...
If you
Go
get
in.
Blackberry in that archive, you are going to struggle to get Blackberry out of that archive.
It's true,
So
but we would at
we're
least
trying
be then
to
going
commune
to
first.
But if we-
If we try and commune first, and then. go
I
to
think,
the
yeah,
archive.
try, because then we...
Yeah.
Person
Well,
in the
do-
archive
do-
can give us a bit of a hint towards the actual place where it's like, oh yeah, you got the number one on the ticket type thing.
Guys, this place is fucking huge. What if we go to a couple go and try and commune, a couple go to the archives?
No.
I think that's a great idea.
My friend just stood there shaking
Of
his head.
course you do.
All in favour.
No.
Hands up.
Don't split the party.
We're going 2 different rooms in a fucking temple. I think we're fine.
A massive.
You don't remember- Do you not remember what happened the last time we split up in a very, very large building?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
come
they
on,
were
mate,
trying
I've
to kill
died
us.
since then.
That's
It's a
interesting.
new save point for him.
Come
Sasir is still marginally traumatized by what she did.
on. Are we going to commune first?
Yes.
I think, to be honest, I think we should split up. Because if we all try and commune at the same time, we're going to jam the line.
I doubt.
It's like. Do you remember when you used to try and use the phone and you used to try and
What
use
the fuck's a phone?
What?
when you used to try and like use the other thing and the sending stone, and your mum would always tell you to get off the sending stone so she could use the. What if that happens?
Or if you were trying to scry and send at the same time.
When
Yeah,
you're
there you go,
trying
thanks,
to
Jess.
Yeah, there you go. Did you hear that as well?
She's
She's communing.
Did you hear
She's
that?
gonna suppose.
not even in the hall and it's happening.
I'm a believer now. That's it. I'm done. Sorted.
I'm converted.
I'm joining.
This place works. Where do I sign up?
Oh god. Okay, so you're heading to the hall, yeah?
Yeah.
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 If any of us manage to successfully commune, Jen, can it be canon that the noise is the dial-up 90s tone now, though?
Yes, of course.
That horrendous
perfect
screeching sound.
Or someone literally going. It's that, or someone going, patching you through.
Who do you want to talk to? Talking to the Raven Queen. Okay, go in there
line
now.
9. Line 9.
Horrible, horrible hold music. Can you say in a few words what you would like from our service today?
Raven Queen.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Raven
Please say
Queen.
in a few words.
Yeah, you said Marvin Gaye. Is that right?
2 tickets for Marvin Gaye.
Oh. Anyway, you head through the hallway, the entranceway to the hall at the back. As you walk through the door, you see that it opens out to an enormous transept, which is basically spanning the entire width of the whole building. It runs perpendicular to the hall, and essentially is parallel to the front of the building. You see that each part of the transept is split into different sections which represent the towers. So the one that you're centrally stood underneath, you see lots of motifs that represent the figure that you're stood underneath, but also more explicitly symbols of death. On the left-hand side, you see the woman in the furs with the icicles, and you see again more explicit symbols of winter. And on the right, you see not just symbols in this case, but actual accoutrement relating to weaving. Some people actually sat weaving using black thread. There are tapestries on the wall which depict lots of different kind of scenes, but usually relating to great moments in history. And you can clearly see from this point that this person represents fate. In the central section, there is a priestess who is holding essentially a sermon. They speak with a strange kind of high-pitched, raspy voice, and you can see that this is a kenku, who is very clearly reciting from scripture. And there are several people sat in front of them, enraptured by what they are saying.
They get
There are
raptured.
people in each section. Sorry,
They get raptured.
they get raptured.
It's the day of reckoning.
They all just burst up. Ruptured? No, even worse. Jen, where are you going with it?
Jenny, this is a
You
trick.
said- You said enraptured with it. I went, they got raptured, as in Day of Reckoning.
Yeah.
And then you went
Off the
Yeah.
top.
ruptured, which just to me says
But
that's
you
a,
said, because you were doing this, I thought you said
oh,
ruptured.
going
like,
up. I couldn't think where they went. Some places say up these days.
Wherever the Raven Queen sends them,
Well, wherever they go, I don't want to be.
Anyway,
whenever they get
this-
ruptured.
This is what
Yep.
you're presented with. There are seats, there are rugs, there are more of these lights. Again, there's kind of like weaving that's happening at one end of the room. People are leaving offerings which are relating to the different aspects of the Raven Queen. But otherwise, there is this kind of central area of worship that's currently active.
What roughly is the sermon about? As we're stood listening.
So as you're stood listening, you can pick up that this is, as you can gather, kind of standard scripture. It talks about the Raven Queen as being intrinsic to the existence of the Shadowfell, that she is the queen of death, that she is the goddess of fate. They are very much against undead and undeath, because it goes against the natural order of death, that there is a kind of bliss in death, and that fate, in a sense, is the opposite of secrets, as it were. The Raven Queen gives you the opportunity to understand your fate. The answers you get you may not like, but you have to accept this. This is part of your destined life, or indeed your destined death, and that you should accept what happens to you in life as preordained in many regards. You can attempt to change your fate, but if it does happen, it's only at the behest of the Raven Queen. That's kind of the gist of what's going on.
Looking around the hall, is there like, there's like a sermon going on, but is there like people praying or like talking quietly to themselves? And
Yep.
Are they like offering stuff to like a certain place? Is there a certain place they're doing this, or?
So each section has got areas for offerings, but the whole hall, which is enormous, has several kind of shrines where you're able to leave offerings. Some of them are clearly denominated to the different aspects of the Raven Queen, and some of them are just very much more general. Some of them appear to be places more reserved for offerings towards fate, maybe kind of asking for better luck in their fate. Some of them are offerings to, a good death. Some of them are to the dead.
I'm gonna walk over to the fate as the kind of gist. Are there many people in that area?
It's not packed. There are
Sure.
some people here, but everyone here has had to make that climb.
I'm gonna pull out the viol that plays.
Where you get out.
Very quiet, I'm gonna pull out the viol that plays sad music. Play a very quiet tune.
Okay.
Directed towards the shrine.
Okay.
And close my eyes.
Okay. You play the viol. Did you say fate? Sorry.
Yes.
You play the viol quietly. Can you roll performance for me?
Mm-hmm.
Are you actively praying? Sorry, as you do this.
I think Baxter sees this offer. So yeah, he kind of with communing in mind. He is.
Okay, roll me religion instead then.
Okay, cool.
This may be the first religion check anyone has made.
Ever.
16.
16. Okay, yeah. So you play the viol, and I would say, given your overall score, that the performance is, it's nice. A couple of people pay attention to you. Obviously, doesn't upset or bother them. You don't get any words. You don't get any visions. You get this strange, and it makes you feel uncomfortable because of how it comes across to you, but you get this kind of sense in your mind, almost as if someone's sighing. It's quite sensual, and you feel almost as if feathers, very, very soft bird feathers, have just sort of stroked down the side of your face.
The kenku got excited.
Behind me.
You turn and
Do you
you just
mind?
see
I'm
the
doing a
outline of a
sermon.
beak right here, like.
What you doing, hot stuff?
Okay. I don't stop playing. Just quietly.
The only
Is-
audible sound that you kind of get is this kind of satisfied sigh. But you do. It doesn't. It's not like it's uncomfortable just because it's unexpected. But the kind of like passing of the feathers across your brow and down the side of your face is very gentle.
Yeah.
It's appreciative.
Yeah. Okay.
Like a cheers, Lord.
Is there like any empty shrines?
Yeah, I mean the place is huge. There are lots of spaces you could go to where there aren't people around. The way that the sound carries across here is very much like a cathedral, where you get those kind of like, everything becomes very sibilant.
I'm gonna find like an empty shrine, like somewhere close to where Baxter's playing, so you still hear that music and everything else. Larry's gonna kneel down in front of the shrine.
Uh-huh.
And he's going to take Binky's mask off.
Okay.
And he's going to place it in front of him.
Is it just a general shrine, or?
Sorry, what were the shrines again?
So there's the shrines to Winter, the Weaver of Fate, and to Death, more generally. Then you have shrines to essentially bringing luck in Death and in Fate. Then you have shrines to the Dead. So it's kind of, some of them are just kind of minor iterations of those three forms. The Winter shrines, they tend to cover kind of the natural order of things, as it were, with Winter and Death being the final destined fate for every single being.
I'll go for, I think one of like, same as Baxter, like Fate, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna kneel down. I'm gonna take off Binky's mask and like place it on the ground in front of me, like at the shrine.
Yep.
And then I'm also gonna reach in my bag and I'm gonna pull out a small copper coin. And I think you know what this is, Jen. It's like one side, it's got a satyr's head on one side, except one side is laughing and the other side is a skull. And place that on top of Binky's mask. And then very quietly, under his breath. I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't even know if you're listening. But maybe you're not who we thought you were, and what you want from us isn't what we thought it might be, should be, whatever. But just something to tell us why we're here and what you want. I made a lot of promises that I still haven't fulfilled. And I'd quite like to go home and do it. So just any sort of sign.
Religion for me?
That is a dirty 20. It's a 19 plus 1.
You say this, and you don't hear any sound, but you get this really strange sense as if someone's peering into you. Kind of like vertigo. Almost as if something is, when your stomach drops when you get like an adrenaline rush. Kind of like that, but almost as if it's come from the outside. As if someone's peering into you and sort of searching your soul, kind of searching your intentions. It's a really strange feeling. And it makes you feel uncomfortable. After a couple of moments, the kind of pressure builds until you're not really sure if this is actually a physical sensation that's happening or whether this is kind of whatever you're doing, and you're starting to feel a bit concerned that something is in fact inside your body. And just as the pressure builds to a point where it feels absolutely unbearable, it releases, and you also feel this kind of soft brushing of feathers across your brow.
Just under your chin.
Tickling your
And
balls.
yes.
Cupping your
So
Your rabbity balls.
yeah, he sits
Or
there
just teabagging.
for like another 30 seconds after his violent teabagging.
It's not
This
violent.
feathery teabagging.
The teabagging was actually very
Yeah,
pleasant.
Gentle teabagging.
Very gentle.
Like a tickly teabag.
It's a gentle teabag. He'll slowly pick up the mask and the coin, and I don't know whether that was a good thing or a bad thing, but it was a thing.
What was that touch?
Oh.
You die.
Roll perception for me.
I'm good at that one. I can't do maths. 19.
When you pick up the mask, it feels lighter.
Shit.
Lighter, just like physically lighter?
Feels physically lighter.
Oh, Pinky's gone.
Okay. I think he's gone. While Larrick and Baxter are doing their communing, Blackberry, in a very uncharacteristic display, is going to take one of the few remaining pages at the back of her book. And she's just going to find herself somewhere to sit. And she's going to sketch. And she's going to do like a drawing combining like concepts of death and winter and the raven. Like the whole very natural cycle of things for her as a druid is quite appealing. So she's just going to do like a little sketch of like a raven and winter and death and how that all joins together. And when she's done that, she's going to place that as like an offering in the winter section of the shrine.
Okay.
Nice.
Just as she contemplates the nature of the Raven Queen herself.
Okay. I'm going to say 2 checks, sleight of hand and religion.
Okay. Okay, sleight of hand was 18.
Okay, so the drawing is lovely. It's artistic, it's creative, but it also very much captures the essence of what you're actually seeing in front of you.
And then religion. Oh, that was a 15. 15?
15?
Yeah, 15.
Yeah, okay, so you place the drawing in the winter shrine whilst you're kind of considering the relationship between death, which is often something that everyone is taught to fear and avoid, but the natural cycle and the misconceptions that you've all carried until now into the temple about the Raven Queen herself. You place the drawing into the shrine. The lines that you've placed on the page for a moment appear to light up, but not with a light that you would anticipate. It's kind of like a glow rather than a light. And drifting down in front of your face, one single black feather, which lands on the floor at your feet.
Will pick up the feather and just like tuck it just sort of inside a cloak, into the cloak where it's not going to get lost.
Okay. Anything anyone else wants to do in here?
So Afzira's going to go up to one of the shrines, but she's going to struggle with this because obviously Raven Queen isn't her god.
Yeah.
And she doesn't pray to other gods, so she's just going to sort of say, hello, Raven Queen. We have come to beseech an audience with you. I'm just going to pause for a minute. and then just explain to her that her god is very important to her, Maliki, and that she finds it difficult to. So Safir is finding it hard to pray to the Raven Queen, and she says to her, "I know you're real. I know you exist, but I cannot help but feel like I'm betraying my god who has given so much to me if I pray to you in the same way that I would to her. But we have come to ask for your help."
Roll me religion.
$15.
Okay. So, for a moment, you kind of feel very little. You wonder for a moment as if anything really is going to happen. And then you, in your mind's eye, kind of see a vision, not one that kind of takes over your sight and prevents you from being aware of your surroundings, but you start to get a very strong sense that whatever it is, it's kind of crossing your mind as if it's a memory, but you know that it's not. And you're seeing a unicorn running through the forest, which then morphs into the figure of a female with strong resemblance to kind of elves, carrying a bow, and you recognize that this is Maliki. You see her draw the string with an arrow nocked. You see her fire the arrow, and it hits a deer in the forest. You see her approach the deer, and the life leaving its eyes in death. You see a raven landing on the deer and plucking out its eyes as it has died and flying away. You see Maliki bend down, take her fill as a huntress of the deer, and walk away with her kill and fading out into the forest.
Okay. Sarah's going to bow her head and say thank you, even though she hasn't quite understood.
You can roll insight if you want to try and figure it out.
Don't get
Go
these
on,
modern
then.
films.
Basically, I have a feeling what it is, but my brain's like, insight.
Yeah,
Well, that's a nat
Yeah, this
one.
film festival.
A natural one.
TikTok's
Natural
weird
one
these
with
days.
plus 5 makes it 6.
Okay. You have no fucking idea what that was about.
I
You're
don't
like,
remember doing
okay.
that.
I was asking to talk to the Raven Queen, and then she's showing me a memory that I don't quite remember. Maybe
wasn't
I was
my memory.
there when Maliki, like, I don't know. What is this? Is this a past
Hold on,
life?
go
Am
on.
I Maliki? Who knows?
It's a terrible roll.
That was real bad, yeah. Good job.
But I've got the worst bit is I have a plus 5 to my insight as well. So
Wow.
it could have been amazing. I know.
Just start, Meg.
That was a bad roll. A bad roll.
Okay. Anything else for anyone?
No, that's it.
I would like to do something. Thank you, everyone. Kindly, thank you.
Sorry.
No, there's nothing. No, we're leaving. Panic said,
Well, I thought
crying
you
in
were
the
just
corner.
Yeah.
I was waiting because everyone started doing it. I was like, I'll wait.
I'll take my turn.
I'm getting
Go
my
on then.
fucking turn. Panic, obviously watching everyone go off and do their things. Can she find like one of the shrines that has no one around it? Like it's quite empty, and particularly one for the dead.
Yep. So again, the hall it's not empty, it's
Okay,
just
none of
it's
our lot
cavernous.
around it.
Yep. I was going to say, that there are plenty of shrines that you can find in the central portion where the kind of death aspect presides.
Yeah, so for the dead and all that. And
Mm-hmm.
as I'm walking over, I'm gonna get a chunk of obsidian out
Yeah.
and start carving it. into a
Okay.
shape of a fairy, of me, basically. Very roughly, I'm not trying that hard. It is obsidian, I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
I go up to the
Okay.
go up to the shrine, and I'm going to look around to make sure none of our party's nearby.
Right behind you.
I stab Larrick in the eye.
Okay.
I know,
Raven
I know.
Queen appreciates it.
But I make sure no one's behind, and I just kind of look at the shrine and was like, I feel bad because everyone's been asking you for favors. Well, most of our lot are going to be asking to see you today. I obviously, we want that. That'd be nice. Thank you. But I kind of want to, the whole time I'm still carving. I kind of just want to ask if you can send a message, or at least give me a sign that that my crew are okay. I know that I can't ask you to let me know like they're alive, because that is against the whole death thing. But we do have like crew members who passed on, so I was just wondering if you could let them know to keep an eye on the living crew, because I'm not there to do it. So, just let them know it was Castry. Yeah, and thank you. And if you do want to talk to us, that'd be great. And then I'm going to place the probably terrible carving of the fairy on the shrine. Okay. Anyway, thank you.
You, yeah, if you can roll me a sleight of hand and a religion as well.
Start around first. Oh, I get advantage. Nope. 17.
Okay. So as you're carving the obsidian, you can just hear what sounds like falling glass as chips of the obsidian land on the marble floor.
Clean it up.
You carve. I mean, it's very crude, but it's visibly a figure of a fairy, quite successfully. You place it on the altar, and then can you roll me religion?
Oh, -1. No, that is gone. I'll roll different.
She's a smart girl. This
Where'd
one.
that one go?
Justin for the ebony guard.
Oh, could have been really good. 19. 18.
Yep.
-1.
Okay, that's good. That's good. You place it on the altar, and you, much like Safsira, feel as if you're seeing a memory that you'd long forgotten, though you know that it can't possibly be real. You see an image of yourself in recent times, in fact, wearing a mismatch of clothes, not kind of realizing that you just looked a little bit ridiculous.
I cringe a little bit seeing this memory.
You see the figure kind of transforming into more yourself, where you've kind of put yourself together and you've taken on this image of who you truly are. You then see almost a giant black hand coming forward and reaching towards you, and kind of as if they're going to kind of grasp your skin and pull it off, but what actually comes off is this kind of filmy substance. And as this kind of filmy version of you gets pulled away and stripped away, you're left behind with your internal view of yourself as Castry rather than Panic. The image shifts to the ship and to the crew. You see behind them sporting raven wings and more shadowy, less defined figures of crew members that you know who have died, who appear to be almost bearing the weight of the ship as the ship moves through the sea. You can roll insight if you wish to roll insight.
I'm gonna just have.
Unless you think you might have figured it out for yourself.
I think she's got it, but I'm gonna roll for fun and shits and giggles, and I get advantage, so I'm gonna do it. Wow, I'm not rolling that. Oh. 16.
16 is fine. It's pretty on the nose. It's about stripping away this identity that you've kind of created for yourself now that you've gotten everything. Now that you've gotten everything back and embracing yourself. And it's about accepting your fate and accepting the fate of your crewmates. It's unclear whether what she's trying to say is that death's embrace awaits your crew, or whether she's saying that those who have passed are protecting the crew. You're leaning towards the idea that they are protecting the crew and they are helping to bear the weight.
I'm going to lean towards that.
It's slightly ambiguous.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of lean down towards the shrine again and just be like, yeah, okay, I think I get it. And the whole the whole persona thing, yeah, I know I'm working on it, but thank you.
You feel a feather brush across your brow.
I was talking.
While you were talking.
Anyway, okay, I'm going. Anyway. And then I head back to the centre where everyone was at the start of this.
Okay. Panic, what's your passive perception?
17.
Okay. With your passive perception, you notice that standing by the doorway is the half-orc priestess that you met on the way in. She is speaking to a shadowborn human who is wearing a long cloak, which is fastened quite far down at the front, with a kind of cowl draped over her shoulders. Can you roll me insight?
Oh, that I can do. Not those ones. No, those. 18. 18.
Yep. You can see from the way they're talking to each other, they clearly know each other. This isn't their first encounter. This isn't a conversation like the one you guys had where you first met her. These people have spoken before. But you can also see from the way that the priestess is leaning away from the human that she doesn't trust her, that she doesn't consider them friends. However, the human woman is leaning towards her with kind of an air of desperation. With your passive perception, as you turn to meet with the rest of your group, you see that the woman, as she is leaning towards her, her cowl kind of drops forward at the front. You see she's wearing a silver brooch, which is in the form of a crest of an iron gate with a tiger rampant.
Do I know what that is?
Rampant is this.
It's what, sorry?
No, not.
This.
So it's that.
Well, it's
not
it's
jazz
more
hands.
thriller.
It's
Not
a
jazz
rar.
It's more thriller than
Not rar, but rar.
jazz.
Yes.
Would I know what that symbol is from memory, or have I seen it? I can't remember if I have.
You have not seen it. I won't
Cool.
make you roll. You haven't
Cool.
seen it.
Is everyone back yet? From their little praying.
Yeah, Lyric will be back.
I am. So serious.
Blackberry will possibly be the last one back because the picture will take a little while.
You lot.
Yep.
Something
But yeah,
happened
she'll
over
roll
there.
over it.
Blackberry, get over here!
Echoes across the hall. By the time it actually reaches Blackberry, it's kind of lost all sense of actual words. It's just. But other people in the hall are horrified by this.
I'm looking around going,
The
who was that?
kenku squawks at you.
What was that about? Did you hear that? Who was
Black-
that?
Blackberry, however, does
takes-
immediately recognise your voice.
Yeah, she does, but she still takes a couple more seconds just while she's by the winter shrine
Yeah, Baxter walks over
to like
slowly.
contemplate her feather, and then she will go back over, and as she's going back over, she'll be tucking the feather away.
Okay. Anything else you want to do?
No, I just want to tell them what I just
Aside
saw.
from, like, flick panic in the back of the head with one of her fingers.
It wasn't me.
Aha.
It wasn't. It was Larrick.
Larry's just sat like staring at this mask, and it doesn't even register.
Well, you had some fun chats, didn't you, you lot?
A strange vision. I don't quite understand.
Oh, I got a vision as well, actually.
I got
Did
a
you get
feather.
yours?
You got a feather. Oh, I want a feather.
I got a feather. No, this is my feather. You're not having.
No, I'm not taking it off you. I say I wish I got one as well. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'll find one.
Well, next time I turn into a bird, if I happen to shed a feather, you can have it. How does
What
that
if it's
sound?
your limb, though? What if it's like a finger?
I don't think
Actually, I
feathers
still
like
want
it.
it. I
It's
still
more
want
like hair. Yeah, I thought you would.
Still want it, yeah.
Are the two of them still speaking?
Near the doorway.
Mhm.
Yes. Although the conversation is winding down.
I was going to bring up as well. Sorry, everyone, but does anyone recognise that brooch on that lady?
It's no longer visible. It's just as the cowl fell down as you are looking at them.
There's like an iron
It kind of
gate
exposed
with
the
a tiger going like that.
Would any of us
Not
recognise that?
The RAR gate.
Like this?
It's a rare gate.
Not like that.
Oh no.
Not like that.
What was it like?
Like that.
Oh,
It could have been
sorry.
that. I don't know.
Like that.
They look like they're very chatty.
Like that.
Could be-
It
could
does
be-
do an impression.
It could be one of those relationships of like, oh, forbidden love and all that. Should we just go ask? I'm gonna go ask. I'm gonna be nosy.
I mean, we could just go and find this door that we're being
well-
sent to.
Well, yeah, we might find something in the archive.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta go out the front door anyway, so the main bit here, and then I'm gonna go ask. I'm gonna go over and ask if the half-orc is okay, essentially. But not in so many
Okay.
words. It's kind of like, hello.
Anyone else got an idea?
The woman.
So we're all walking towards the door as if.
Yes. Okay. So Panic veers off just to the side to speak to the orc and says, "How are you? Is everything all right?" The human woman talking to her kind of starts and takes a step away.
Oh,
She
my
nods her head and
apologies.
says,
I didn't mean to interrupt.
she flicks her gaze at you, and you immediately get the sense of someone who is very entitled and who's not used to being interrupted. She nods her head and she says, "Morari, till next time." Hots to you with the side eye, and then turns around and walks back out.
Cheers, darling. See you later.
Morari, the half-orc, turns to you. "I appreciate the concern, but everything's fine."
It just looked a bit uncomfortable. I just want to say thank you for letting us, or talking to us earlier, and helping us sort this bit out.
Well, anyone who wishes to join the fold is very welcome.
I mean, I'm interested.
You
Certainly
should
made
be.
me feel more comfortable.
Well, I would say don't get too comfortable.
Well, in myself,
That's good.
mind and stuff. Anyway, I'm annoying you. I'm off. Thank you. We've got to go to the archives now.
Yes, Derek's usually there. If you, if you wish to speak more thoroughly with the Raven Queen, then that's where you shall need to go. Unless you wish to journey to Latherna, of course, but I wouldn't recommend that.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's really bad, like carriages, times, and stuff like that. Like one every
Mhm.
hour.
If that's what you wish to believe.
I thought that was what it was. Okay, I'm gonna go. Yep.
She nods, and as you walk away, she kind of tugs her cowl back up and heads off further into the hall. You leaving the hall?
We are.
We are.
We're going to
As
the
you
archive.
exit the hall, and you head back into the kind of entranceway, an armored figure approaches you. This one wearing leather armor. It's a tabaxi of panther descent. They are stacked. They have large paws. They approach you with intent. You are who they are coming to look for.
They went that way.
They
So
stop
they're
in front
stop.
of you, essentially blocking your path. They don't reach for a weapon. They stop you and stand in front of you with the confidence of someone who can handle their shit.
I'm really sorry, but I know you're quite large and you're kind of in our way.
Dibs.
You're wanted in the barracks.
Dibs.
But we're visiting the Raven Queen.
Yeah, we're on our way somewhere else.
Now we
You're
can go to the
wanted in
barracks.
barracks.
Guys, we can go to the barracks for a bit. I mean, I can
Can we
go.
I
ask,
want to go to the
can
archive.
we ask who is requesting our presence?
Yes.
I'm not at liberty to share that information. You're wanted in the barracks.
Nobody's
may I
ever
ask on
shared
whose
the information
authority
when they
we
want us
must
to go
go?
places.
Everyone got really upset at the same time then. Did you feel that?
Yeah.
It's a shame that you're not able to tell us because, unfortunately, we don't know our way around to show it. Therefore, it's going to be long and awkward silence whilst we.
The barracks is at the foot of the Winter Queen. He gestures.
Oh,
to
you're not coming
your
with?
right, his left. No, I'm busy.
Oh.
Ah,
You mean the barracks here?
The
Oh, so we
Ebony
can just
Guard
like
barracks.
inconveniently get lost on our way there then.
Yeah.
Are you just saying you
What?
won't be there and you're going to
Like-
meet us there later? Panic's full on.
Is this an
flirting.
orgy thing?
Hey,
He
I could
furrows his brow at you.
flick Lara and say, I called dibs.
What?
I called dibs.
I thought you called.
I'm not.
Panic, I
I'm
thought you
not.
called dibs
what?
on that big guard we saw yesterday.
Yeah, I've got.
Sorry,
you can have at
we're-
least
we're-
5.
We're
Dibs,
clearly,
clarity,
we're
five
clearly
dibs.
making it awkward for you, and you're dismissed.
He
You're
kind
dismissed.
of which in his kind of raspy cat-like kind of
Ooh, purr.
voice kind of comes across as like semi-purr, semi-growl, which sets Panic's
Big
wings are
boy.
flapping.
I was going to say that. You took it out of my mouth. That is that.
Sorry.
She gets a little bit more weak and goes back to sit on Larry's shoulder. I need
He
to sit down
turns
for a
to the
minute.
side
Put a
with
towel
one
down first.
paw, gesturing towards the end of the corridor, towards the entrance, and the large kind of Gothic archway that's set to the left-hand side of the entrance. You are wanted in the barracks.
By whom and on whose authority?
His gaze flicks to you, Zafsira. I'm gonna say roll persuasion at this point because you've all been asking.
Dun, dun, dun. The one thing I'm good at.
Oh,
Nat-
one
roll
and a
persuasion.
two.
Nat one.
So hitting things.
And hitting things. 22. Well,
Okay.
yeah. Although athletics I'm better at.
He sighs through his nose. Zeldas requests.
Oh, that was enlightening.
No, it's not. Sarah's just going to nod her head and pretend. Like, very well. Because she doesn't want to ask any more questions.
Ah, of course. Of course. I knew they'd be asking for us. Of course they've been asking for us. It's been weeks.
With their
Is the
Sarah,
You've
you
killed
okay?
her! You've killed her!
Jesus. Can't you see she's not well?
fine. She's in the.
I'm gonna go over and
she's in
start
the
patting
Raven's area.
Sub-Zero on the back.
Is the
Don't
You
worry.
got any like raven water?
It's his musk.
was it? It was an orc that we were speaking to.
Yeah, half orc.
Thought.
Are they still around?
No, you've
I
left
think-
them behind in the hall.
Okay, but we're just outside of the hall, right?
You've taken a few steps out because you're heading towards
Sure.
the archives. Yeah.
I'm gonna just say for a second. Oh, actually, I think I did leave something in there.
He looks at you. No, you didn't.
What do you mean? No, I didn't. How'd you?
No,
you
you-
don't know my stuff.
No, you did not.
He's got
roll
your stuff
deception.
Right out, mate.
Baxter, stop flirting with him. I called dibs.
16.
He furrows his brow at you again. All right. Make it quick. She won't
Alright,
wait.
will do.
The rest of you.
I'm gonna just say, just for like a second, I'll be like, I'll be, and I dash off, and I'm absolutely gonna go and who this person is.
Okay. As you dash off, you don't see this. The rest of the group, you see him just flick one claw just to the side. And you see two other guards following Baxter into
Oh.
the Hall of Fate.
Whoa.
That's an
right.
orgy.
So that's a
Look,
free
I
thing.
don't.
Hey,
I don't
it's been a
know
while.
why. I don't know why we've been requested, but
Nice.
we're
Don't do
not dangerous. We're not a threat.
Oh, she doesn't think you are.
Just getting real tired of being dragged places when we want.
I mean,
Yeah,
that was kind of rude and uncalled for, but okay.
Also, we've got to go down the stairs.
Also, my friend really likes you.
Panic goes red.
Next, are we 12 now?
Just turns around on your shoulder. It's like,
Axel and Larry, are we 12?
As I walk back into the hall. Do I-
As Larrick says this, the guard holds his hand out and down towards you, Palek, to shake your hand.
I.
And he says,
Hi,
Akiko, and you?
Panic.
Bless you.
That's all. That's my name and what's happening in my brain right now.
Baxter, sorry, yep.
Do I get the presence that there are people following me?
They're not being
Yeah.
subtle.
Sure.
But
But they're a little okay. As I walk in, I'm actively looking around. I'm going to see where she is. Point a finger towards her, not like obviously outwardly, and cast message.
Okay.
And just say hello. Sorry, it's Baxter. I was part of the group here just a minute. Who is, and then sorry, what was the person's name?
Zeldas.
Who is Zeldas? We only have audience with. And I'm still actively like looking around.
Okay. You see her kind of start as she receives the message. She turns around, obviously seeking out one of these people that she's just seen. You're pretty recognizable as a Hengel. You see her eyes kind of stop on you, and you hear back, "You better go and see her. She's part of the guard. She doesn't like to be kept waiting."
Is there anything we should know? And I'm still just actively looking around for something.
I think you can only cast message once, so you'd have to cast it again. It's only one-on-one message.
It's one.
Yeah,
Yeah, one there,
cool.
one back.
Yeah.
You
Cast
can
it
reply
again?
to this message.
You can reply to this message.
Okay. She says back to you, only that if you're wanted, you had better fucking go.
With that, I go, oh, found it, and then I start walking back towards the door.
Okay.
But like,
You literally.
Just in the middle of the room.
Not really being really interruptive. Just sort of almost stand up, stare at the people that have been following me, and go, oh, found it.
You literally walk straight past the people who are following you. One of them shoulder checks you as you go. They immediately turn around and start following you back out.
It's a
The rest of you, again, you see Baxter coming out with these two guards following him. They both nod at Akiko, and then they separate off as if it was, like, intended. You are wanted in the barracks. I grow impatient.
Alright,
Yeah, sorry
we're
about that.
going.
No, not gonna
His
say anything.
tail is, like, switching.
Okay. But if say we wanted to find you for anything, where would we find you? Have you got like a stone we can call, or a pub you like to go to?
You can leave a message here.
I mean, that was also if you want a drink or anything. Like you have a drink after you've done a long shift. You just go to the, what the fuck's our pub called again?
The bitter chalice.
The broken chalice.
The bitter chalice.
Did the Raven Queen
The
speak
bitter
to me again?
chalice.
Do you hear that voice again? Yeah, there.
So you telling
Anyway.
you're in the bitter chalice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then just
He kind of does that weird purr growl, kind of like chuff laugh. Nods.
Anyway, I gotta go.
Gestures again to the barracks entrance.
Pleasure.
Yeah, we're going. Now.
You heading in?
Larry's gonna start walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we've not been given a choice at this point.
Nope. We have been well and truly railroaded here.
Yep.
Yep.
He turns and watches you go. You're heading straight in?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll
Yeah,
blow
I
him
don't
a kiss. I'll blow him a kiss as we go through the door.
Although Blackberry is
I'm
going to
te-
take a very longing look towards the rough direction of the archives. He's gonna be like,
Okay.
I'm blowing kisses to the
The
man. You're
archive
looking
door
at
is-
books.
The archive door is more or
What a
less
different
directly
world we
opposite,
lead.
and it sits underneath the Weaver. You head through the door of the barracks, which stands, ajar for the most part. The doors are kind of like slightly closed, as if they're ready to be pushed shut at any point. Inside, you see that there's like an office area, and then slightly beyond is kind of like a gym and sparring area. There's a door off to the side with a staircase that again stands open. You see that there are two guards sparring. One of these is a drow. The other is in combat with a Shadowfell, wearing leather armor. On a bench nearby are two barbed whips. Can anyone make me a history check?
Oh fuck!
Oh, brilliant.
Like active combat, like they're not just sparring.
No, they're sparring.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
23.
It doesn't matter.
Blackberry.
11.
Blackberry immediately recognizes this person. You met them in Yon
Fuck.
at the top of a
Oh.
mountain.
Oh no.
But
I got
She
20.
Okay, yeah. So
I got 9. I'm
Larrick,
still
you
staring
also-
outside the door.
You also, yeah, Panic's just like, where did the Kiko go?
I think I'm playing it cool. Thank you very much.
You're not.
I bet I am.
Do you?
I'm just
Do you
saying.
think
I'm
that?
facing backwards on Larrick's shoulder, going. Wonder who likes the
Don't
drink.
look back. Milk.
As you all enter the doorway and you stop, two of you recognize who she is. She
motherfucker.
turns and looks at you
Yeah.
all. You see a smirk just tilt one side of her mouth. Without even dropping her gaze from you, she lands a punch square in the middle of this drow's face and just drops her.
Jeez.
She steps over her, who is lying on the floor, clutching her nose. She doesn't seem massively unhappy about the fact that her nose has just been broken, though. She's not, like, screaming in pain. But, yeah, she's definitely broken. There's quite a lot of blood. She steps over the body, walks over to the bench where her lethal equipment is, picks up the whips.
Eric's already pulled his staff off his back.
Picks up a couple of daggers, sheathes them, hangs the whips off her belt. Well, and here you all are in one piece. Took your time. Greco reported you to me days ago. She walks past you, almost like sauntering by you, and heads towards the doorway with a step. She flicks her fingers over her shoulder. Come with me, fledglings. And we will leave it there.
Bitch.
Oh,
Not
I've
you.
literally written the bitch from the top of the mountain.
I put it's the bitch we met in Yon at the top of the mountain.
Ellie, it really made me
Exactly.
laugh when the guard was like, Zeldas, and you went, oh yeah, it's been weeks since we've seen her. I was like, it fucking has.
Fuck's sake.
Oops.
Did we know her name then?
No.
No, we
No.
But the
Yeah.
irony
I
of
mean,
it
my
all.
my
Yeah, well,
history
we
is
pissed out of each
a
other.
-1.
Now it's all coming together.